Bandit, they are going hard, man. They probably don't have too many small creatures, so Fire Magic probably won't be useful in this matchup. This is the card I try to fish for. We need to save this, because with this we can have literally one card a turn, but it always will be the right card. Okay, maybe not always, but it will be way better on average. Bro, we are actually close to this. Alright, I was considering if that's like a bounce version of Bandit Talent, but to be honest, nobody plays this with a bounce deck. So I was like, nah, it doesn't make sense, right? Alright, so how do we play this? We actually need to be careful about the discards. They probably don't have target at once, so I don't want to show my strategy, but I think it's so valuable right now that it's still worth, you know, to unveil a little bit of mystery. I will still kill it. Also risky play. There is an argument to just, you know, chill with it. Okay. So, as I mentioned, normally you would play this land, and then you have two cards and they double discard and you have nothing and you lose. However, here we... Oh, the Bandit Talent. This actually hits around it. This is the only card where you cannot discard lands. So I think we, in response to this, and we only need mana once. Okay, see, now we can discard the land, we get this, and this can be discarded. It's actually a very good discard target. So this is not the play most players would do, but look how much it helps. We still have this land, it's just here. And do we go Kefka or... I think we have to go Rebirth, man. I really like Kefka, but if I'm about to choose, you know, 8-drop or 5-drop, I mean, the answer is pretty easy. Bro, this interaction is wild. Like, the 1/1 token actually has, like, the same power as the big token. And, you know, I wish you luck in countering all of this with a single new card. Bro, I think they are done. I don't think they can beat this. This alone, this one play will beat their whole deck. Like, they don't have enough stats in the whole deck to beat this. And they're realizing how it all works. Man, this is perfect combination. This normally gives you a 1/1 and that's it. But this one is indestructible, and at the same time it creates what? 12 knights, and then it pumps all of them, so you get 15-15 of stats for this extra 1/1 basically. And of course this one can block anything that doesn't have trample. Taking damage is not my favorite, but it's fine. I think our lethal will be pretty quick. I can respect that our opponent is trying to find the line, because they know it will be super hard to win. But I think their plan is to race us, because they have Fortress, they have triple talents. So I think they want us to keep hand at 0. Okay. Smart choice. That means I should activate the Vault, because there is a chance I draw go for the throat. See? That's how we play Magic. However, is it even worth to cast it now? This is what? A ton of damage. They will still deal this damage, right? 1 or fewer. We are not getting to more than 2 cards in this turn. So we might as well get rid of this and speed up lethal and make sure that whatever happens, it will be our victory. Bro, this is so much damage already. Like, this is literally just first chapter. I have to say, this summon is really fun to play. Like, moment it drops, no deck can actually beat this value. Well, they can force us to sacrifice few creatures, so it will take a lot of momentum breakers to get rid of this. So I think they can activate it on turn 2, but it's incredibly quick. I never played this deck, so no. Terra. Okay, mill cards, put enchantment. Not much we can do about this part. This will be a little bit hard, but if we can get to the good stuff. Oh, they didn't hit enchantments. Yeah, they don't have as many as they would love to. So I think we chill. We try to cycle cards and hit Coiling Rebirth. I prefer Bahamut because it hits permanents nicely. We did not hit, unfortunately. We could already reanimate if we were a little bit better at Magic. But it's fine. It's fine. We need to hit correct types. Alright, so probably... Oh, double Scarecrow. So maybe we go for Sorcery. It's probably harder for them to go for Sorcery. So this will be our target. And then we'll see. Alright, we still want to use Collector's Vault, to be honest. And we probably will be forced to go for the Man, this will be rough. But we already have 5 mana, so we don't need, you know, too many treasures. We just need 1 every turn. What do you do? Yeah, you can answer to this, I believe. Because it's, you know, after tapping, it goes to the stack, then you can kill it. So, they can already attack. I think we kinda have to kill Fear of Missing Out. We could also exile the whole graveyard. It buys us a little bit of time. But they don't get... I think this is better. I think this is better. Also, this is 2 types, so when we kill this, after we exile the graveyard, it actually fuels Delirium nicely for them. 4 damage is something I think we can, you know, live with. Especially if we can reanimate. If we reanimate, we should absolutely win very quick, bro. Please chill. They have 1 green mana, so they can target whatever we try to reanimate. That's bad. And I think they actually tried to dodge, go for the throat, so very well played by our opponent. I think they identified our deck, and they made the play, so we cannot make our play. I will go for a double Bahamut, I think. We will just go for Knights, if we have to. Maybe there is a chance we just go into 8 mana normally. No, this will be scary. This will be a ton of damage, man. Not much we can do about this as well. So I think this is the better play. They can exile the flashback, but I think it's still kinda fine. And if we hit the land, we can play it. Maybe I should go for a vault. But I think there are so many targets that it should be okay. Let's go for Verge, so we can activate the vault and keep the treasure. Man, this is hard, but we have some options here. We have some options here. If they go too hard, we can always exile the graveyard and cancel the Delirium, right? Okay. Interesting. I thought they will go for a Laughing Mat. But this one is also a good choice. Like they will just exile all those 3 cards. So double summon and Laughing Mat. They could even skip full turn just to do it. To be honest, that would be a good call. And I think they might be doing it. I can probably take this 1 hit, but I cannot take more. This is also... Our opponent is playing flawlessly. I have to give it to him. Like, he's exactly doing what he should. And that's the problem, because if player knows exactly how to counter you, well, you are in some serious trouble. Let's play the Verge. We could play Summon, like hard-casted, and I think we have to. I think we won't win without this. Like, we actually need to go super all-in on the board. The cool thing about the Summon is that the original 3/3 is indestructible, which means that you always get those chapters unless they do, you know, some crazy exile. So basically you can throw those knights under the bust and you know, you just keep getting new ones. Yeah. So they can get it to 6/6, and don't forget they need creatures, so they only have 1 more creature. Also to 5/5, but they can start exiling their own graveyard. You know what? If they tap, maybe you should Lantern? We can start getting... This is the last creature. If we exile it, they have no creatures. And I don't think they have enough time to stack it. I think this is the moment. I think if we break this, they don't have enough place. So they will recover, they will feel it, but it will be too slow. So I think that's the play. And we also prevented the life gain in 1 counter. So now they can use mana to refill this, but they only have 3 mana, and they cannot do both, like refilling, play a creature with Delirium, and then pump with double strike Delirium, you know, most to straight stuff. They just don't have enough mana for all of this. And if they miss 1 turn, we get extra 3 creatures. And of course, when we hit the last chapter, everything will get indestructible, and they cannot contest the board. This deck actually doesn't run Slickshot. Okay. Oh, they're going for... See, they're going for the Lance. But I think this will be too slow. Okay, so I think they have the pump. So it seems that this should be like the block, but of course they have a pump spell. We don't know if they have a creature. In hand, well, they cannot discard it so quickly, right? I think we just block like... Man, maybe you just block normally? This doesn't have trample. I will risk 1 token. I think it's worth it. And let's see. I expect a combat trick, but I'm not exactly sure which one. I guess the usual. The most strange one. Always the best trick in every combat, in every game, in every color. And that was... what? 4 damage, so we are not dead yet. I think there are no creatures, so there's nothing to pump. Our opponent is trying to find this 1 extra damage. Bro, this is way more scary. Like, it shouldn't be so scary. Oh boy, but I think with the round of Knights of Round, I think we should have enough, man. I hope. Man, this is so close. Let's go for this. This draws 1 more card. Okay, we need to actually think about this. Let's play the land first. I don't think we'll go for the untapped one. We know... Okay, so that would be a dead draw. Glad we did this. And we have what? I should probably check it first. So we need to pay 6 extra mana for this. So the most we can go is 4 mana for 4 damage. So we can kill this guy. Oh man, this will be rough. This will be rough. Do we have a creature? Nope. And they have 1 creature. This costs only 1 mana, so I think we try to cycle and we see what we get. Another land, huh? Okay, so we'll be laughing mad. What a game. Man, can you believe it's this close? So, just so you understand the situation, our opponent has only like 1 and 2 drops with pump spells, and we have 8 mana Mythic Legendary Summon that has 5 chapters, and we actually are trying to match this value. It's actually hard, man. We need still 2 chapters. We are on 2nd, right? So the 3rd, the 4th, man, it's 3 turns before we get the pump. Man, it's literally like the original Final Fantasy Summon that takes forever to, you know, go through. Alright. They will get trample, but I mean they have trample. Really? Do they know how this card works? Am I missing something? Okay. Just... Our opponent played very well until this point. Whenever you attack... So this can get trample. But let's see what they will target. We can kill 1 of the creatures. And they need to decide, you know, how much they attack at once. See? They actually cannot break this, man. Okay, so this will be a graveyard deck. Okay, so we are not sacrificing this lantern. Okay. Interesting one. It's Dimir color, so they probably don't have too much against the artifacts. And they cannot play Ultima. Alright, so how do we play? I mean Verge, the easy choice. And I think we just set up the vault, because we will have to cycle a lot of cards. Like, we have a bit of a mess here, and we need to fix it. Alright, they can go up to 4 cards. We can sweep the board. We can also go double Bahamut. Oh. Oh. Oh, I see. Oh, the Cactuar Destiny is waiting for us in this game. Oh, this is way scarier than I expected. Okay. I thought it would be like some slow Zultai, but this actually can kill us on the spot if we play it wrong. Alright, we still don't have the blue mana, which is a little bit scary. I don't think we go with the lantern. We need to be smart about it. Okay, I think we chill. We will cycle with the vault. Discard probably Bahamut, because this is like a really chunky creature. Bro, this is a 9/9. It's so easy to cheat the cost right now. So of course we activate Lantern when they actually force us to do it. Like, so far I don't see any threats that I need to, you know, exile. And it's 0 mana, so it... Can I do it now? It's fine, guys. Guys, it's fine. We will do it for science. I'm not sure. I don't think it works, but I will try. Maybe it works. I think I needed to do it before the combat phase. But we will know now. Okay, it works! Hashtag calculated. Alright, I was just testing you, alright? We knew exactly how it works. Alright, guys, I completely butchered this play, but it's fine. It's fine. So now we can go for the big stuff. And let's see if they can actually handle it. Do I have enough mana? We have double black, so it should be fine. Guys, I think we can do it. The question is, do we go for double? Come on, it's too cool to not do it. Let's go, Bahamut. Double 9-drop on 4 lands, cause why not? And we of course sweep the board. I would love them to have a little bit more. Unfortunately, we only killed this. Like, I need better targets. They need to reanimate some better stuff. And the graveyard is kinda empty, so we should not get hit by reanimation on this turn. We probably play Lantern later. This is okay, we'll just discard it and get it back again. And maybe we can get another chapter with this. Let's see if they remember. This has chapter 2. Oh, they did! Alright. We submit 0. Of course, we don't want to hit our own stuff. We do not... I'm not sure if they have another. It's probably not worth attacking, to be honest. Let's go for the... What do you need? Island or mountain? Should be fine. Maybe let's go for this mana. No, I should go for the theater because we need double black. This is something that I don't think we super need it. It's okay, but not the best. Do we go for another lantern? I think so. Don't forget we ramp with the vault. So we can actually get to, 6 and 9 drops, like naturally, over like 2 turns. So, it's not as hard as in other decks that don't use the vault. With Lantern we will exile, Kiora, and then keep it for the next cycle. This is a big problem for them. They definitely want this graveyard to be filled as much as possible with, Cactuars and some Elder Human Nobles. Let's go for this. I was kinda considering waiting with this Lantern so they, have one target in the graveyard for animation. But I'm not sure if it's worth it. We'll chill. They are on 2 mana, so right now they cannot cast, Dispersa. Not sure if they have it, but still. Right, they want to hit Zombify, and they will. But no target to reanimate yet. This Lantern will be super important. Yeah, the Cactuar will be a problem. See, they had it, and now we force them to tap extra 3 mana. I really like this play. This is a token, so of course we don't get it back. Man, we played it nicely. Here's another one. Soon they will be zombifying. Sure. Alright, we need to get into our big cards, because we are in some trouble right now. What do we go for? Odin can be cast on the next turn, which is kinda nice. We also force them to react to this. I like the play. If we discard Bahamut... If they reanimate, they probably kill us quickly. Okay, I will be greedy and discard this, but I'm not sure if that's the right choice. Maybe we should keep it for future. Removal doesn't have amazing target, so maybe that was the play. We can get it with flashback. Okay, this is nice, man. This is actually a big deal. So now we can go for Odin, get rid of this and force them to react. I mean, it's a good play. I think it's a decent play. Slice. Man, this should be animation of like slicing. Like, that's a missed opportunity, like 100%. This would just fit perfectly. Alright, let's see. If they zombify, they, like, obviously they won't get too much out of this. What they can take? Kiora and make a creature. We could kill 2 of them. Is there any chance we can swing and hit them? Nah, I think we have to go for the play. I'm not happy because this is our last exile. We probably won't get the third Lantern because we already overdrew, 2 mana. Bro, no way, no way, we are getting the kill and keeping removal was actually the play. No way, they wanted to cactuar us? Well, now they are getting sliced. Please, let us hit. No, they are chickening out. Well, that was a kill. But I think we will wait one more turn. Which means we want this into this. Because then we will threaten the Vault on the next turn, but if they make a play that gets hit by Fire Magic, then we skip the Vault and we sweep the board and we basically get free turn. Even if they get the second creature, and this was correct decision, even if they get this, it still has Summoning Sickness. Let's go for this play. This is something you basically always want to surveil. No graveyard needed, and we can draw card with the Vault if we really want to. We need 3 mana to sweep the board with this, so that will be a little bit risky. This is what I expected on turn 2. That would be better. So we were a little bit scammed here, but it's fine. I think we... How much do we need? We need 6 mana for the biggest one. This is a rough one. So if I target the Rot Priest, they do something right now, and then I can sweep the board. And I think we do it now, before they hit. This has 0 chance of working. I mean, 0 chance to not work, obviously. They have 1 blue mana, how is it not protecting? Alright, I'll take it, you know. We played the land. I got so... Man, I needed a moment to recover from this situation. So what do we do here? We can go for Fire Magic. No, do they really not? They actually don't have anything. I could get rid of Duelist, but the token is still here after the play. So I think we chill. Sometimes their protection spells are bounce spells, which means that it slows them down. But usually it should be more something like this. Right. We actually don't target this one. I think we go for maximum. I think this is the play, guys. Because they have spells that go with +1/+1. They usually cost green mana though, like the Veil, Snakeskin Veil and the Royal Treatment. I believe they both pump for +1/+1. So this is a risky play. It might not work, but this is my best play. Okay, see? The bounce spell. So now, even though they saved the creature, they actually lost Shelter by Ghost. They are behind on full, Duelist play, and this one has Summoning Sickness, so it cannot attack. So I believe this was like the best case scenario that we could make from this. But is that enough? I'm not sure. I will definitely play this so we can, decide what we do right here. We don't need 2 lands, so we probably play this. We get this. And no Lantern. Sorry. My voice is cracking for some reason. Lantern, we can cycle it, but that's it. Laughing Mat is actually a little bit better. Yeah, I think this is the play, because this gets us 2 cards. And this gets us 1 card. And the graveyard doesn't matter. Okay, so as you see, even though they protected the creature, look how much they were slowed with this play. Like, they basically lost 2 turns on this. And we need to hit something in those turns, because it's getting scared. Oh, they have blue, so of course they can finish us. Even if we clear the board and dominate the board with like Knights of Round and stuff. We get... I'm not playing it normally, so I might as well discard it. Okay, not... Oh man, those are not the cards we need. If we play Verge, we can get 1 more hit. I think we are done. But if we hit Coiling Rebirth here, I think we could have a chance. Oh boy. This is rough. We are getting to 9 poison, and then they cast 1 spell and that's it. That means we have to go for the Lantern. We need to cycle a card and hit, fire or something like this. I don't think they have any recursion from Graveyard, but let's get rid of poison stuff. This is my last hope. Well, they need 1 spell. Well, I will give them good game. That's probably it. They will get to 9, they will cast a spell, and that's it. Yep. as expected, but we will die with style. Yeah, Final Fantasy style. I think this is the best play. Normally you never do it, but here we actually have to. Let's discard this, which means that now we have to play the tap land. This means we are a little bit more vulnerable, because we cannot, well, we can cast it, but we don't want to, because then we lose another turn. So it's like, I don't see a scenario when we want to be one full turn behind just because of this. So we need to tank this turn. They will go absolutely crazy. If I hit untapped land on the top, I could play this and kill the token. So I will still make a pause so they see that we have something. This might make them think twice about monstrous raging. Opt is a little bit better. Of course, they get absolute ton of value because this deck is pretty decent. Oh man, it's great. It's fine. All right, full swing. So you know we are playing, the red deck. And we're back to 11. But now we can actually do crazy stuff. Let's go. They want to fight for the board? Sure. Here you go. Here you go. Let's see how can you handle the ultimate summon. Bro, I think this is a decent board. And also 2 indestructible creatures, so maybe they will survive. So let's see if our opponent can literally go through 16 mana of stats, including indestructible creatures. Triple Cory. Bro, I think we can, with double Knight of Rounds, having 6 tokens a turn, I think we can actually match their 2-drop. We just need, 16 mana of spells. Mythic rares and everything stacked into the board like 4 turns before normally. And we have a chance to beat their board. Alright? And don't forget, every turn we're basically getting twice the stuff. So this will be, jokes aside, this will actually be hard for them to attack, which shows really the power of this combo. Have you ever seen a board that Triple Cory cannot attack into? But the funny part is that they actually create the same amount of creatures every turn as we do with Knight of Rounds. They create 3 creatures a turn for free. Which is insanity. Alright, so we kind of trade again. By the way, they actually didn't check the trades. They literally just swing call and see what happens. Like, you can tell they didn't check what will happen and what the trades are. Because they're losing kind of everything for free. I think they will, kill 3 creatures? 4? And then we get 6 creatures back. So they lost the whole board. So the only reason they're in this game is Cory right now. Because the card is so good that you can play like this and still have a chance. Alright, so we get stuff right now. Can I even attack? I think we actually wait another turn. Now we will hit removal. And our opponent finally got matched in the board. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed this Night Madness. And this deck was... There's so much to talk about, alright? Everything went different with this deck than I expected, and we need to talk about it. I will tell you the changes and the story behind everyone's favorite. But first, our absolute legend for today is Garrett Lubov, and my friend, this crazy deck is for you. I hope you enjoyed all the nights of the round today, and I hope you enjoy because maybe it's not Zultai, but it still plays with the graveyard. So hopefully it was fun, and thank you for your support and always, sharing all the cool comments. This is super appreciated. And about the deck, guys, as you can see from the name of the deck, from the picture on the deck, from the 3-color, this was supposed to be Kefka Court Mage deck. This was the first card. The whole deck was built around it, and in the end I couldn't draw it, and if I drew it I had to discard it because the other cards shined way more. So in the end it actually became Coiling Rebirth and Summon Knight of Round deck, and those 2 cards absolutely performed. Like, they saved us so many times, and honestly I think this might be like the most powerful reanimation for Knight of Rounds. The only question is it worth casting it 1 turn later than Zombify? Because of course you can Zombify 1 turn earlier, but you don't get this type of raw power. So man, I was pleasantly surprised, and you know what? I'm pretty sure that this idea came from our master brewer, Zigzag, from the comment on like day 1 or day 2. I think I got it right. So yeah, this combo is kinda insane, because Knight of Round is like one of the only creatures that are not legendary are extremely powerful, so it's worth reanimating, and 1/1 does basically exactly the same thing as the original. Because whether you have 1/1 indestructible or 3/3, they both create tokens every single turn, they both are indestructible, so Coiling Rebirth actually with this 1/1 doesn't like hurt the creature basically at all, and believe me, you give them single card. Well, there's no way they're removing, Knight of Rounds with a single card unless this is a control deck and they play Sunfall. So normally when you get extra creature, if they draw a removal, it's 1 for 1 and you don't get too much unless you have some good synergy. But here, bro, 1 card cannot do anything against this. Usually 5 cards cannot do anything about it. And every turn you get more and more, and the copy, 1/1, won't get removed because it's indestructible. So this synergy is really cool. Reanimator, of course, is not like the most competitive right now. Basically, if you want to reanimate stuff, you can always go Omniscience, and if you don't want to reanimate stuff, you go for Mono Red. So it's very hard to evaluate those new decks, because every time I ask, is this faster than Mono Red Omniscience? The answer is usually no. So, like, we are trying new cards and I'm doing my best so you can see the new cards in action, but, I feel responsible to mention it as well. I actually had to add Lanterns because I seen so much Omniscience and I had to rebuild the deck a little bit. And we went 3-color, literally for Kefka, Court Mage. And this card was supposed to be really cool because there's interaction we did not even showcase because I could not hit this at all. When this enters or attacks, each player discards a card, and then you draw a card for each type that was discarded this way. So in best case, if you are discarding, for example, Bahamut, this is something you already want to discard because that's your animation target. This is enchantment creature. So you already draw 2 cards, and if your opponent, discarded something that isn't enchantment or creature, like a land, usually they discard lands, you will basically draw 3 cards. Every time you attack like this, you can get 3 cards, and of course when you flip Kefka, that seems really hard if I even cannot hit this card, not talking about flipping it. Man, then you of course get a lot of cards. For every lost life from your opponent, you draw that many cards, and it's 5/7 flying, so just swing and you already get a ton of cards. And this costs 8, and your opponent needs to sacrifice permanent. So I think we'll try to showcase Kefka in a different video. I kinda like the card, I'm excited for it, but in this deck it just was absolutely outshined by Summon, Knight of Round, and Coiling Rebirth. So I think personally that we probably should rebuild this deck for not including blue color and just go either black or Rakdos, something like this depending on the approach, and just go all in on those summons and just go for an animator deck. But we tried. We will try again with Kefka. I actually have a different deck made with this, but we'll see how it goes. This card is interesting and it has some nice synergies you probably haven't seen. So guys, this was the story. The deck is definitely not optimized. It went completely in the different way than I expected. I knew there's interaction with Knights of Round, but I didn't expect it to be so incredibly useful. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this type of video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Helps the channel, gets you new decks every single day, and doesn't cost you anything except a second of clicking. So that's a pretty good deal. Click it. So thank you guys for watching. And before we wrap up, thank you also to our amazing patrons that allow us to create content every single day for you guys. So thank you, really appreciate it, and I hope you're enjoying Final Fantasy as much as I do. So yeah, that's it for today. Thank you guys for watching until the end, and see you tomorrow.